Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you exactly how to live your life from your higher self. We incarnate into the third density so that we can forget. We forget to be able to transmute our mind and ego. Third density is the only place where there is a mind and an ego. And we ultimately do this so that we can live from our higher self. This is the entire point of incarnating into third density, is to live from your higher self. So, if you incarnate into third density and you don't live from your higher self and get to that point, basically, you fail. Kind of. And this is why we have so many incarnations here. We have thousands, tens of thousands of lives here. And it's in the third density so that we can ultimately learn how to be able to go through this process to live from our higher self. And so with the third density incarnation, third density is a place of polarity. And this is why it is needed in order to go through the process of living from the higher self. So if you stick with me until the end of this video, I'm going to teach you the entire process of living your life from your higher self. So in the third density, this is a place of polarity. And when there is polarity, there is fear. And there is the ego. These are needed in the third density. There was a time when in third density, people would incarnate, or souls would incarnate, and there wouldn't be the forgetting. There wouldn't be the mind and the ego. There wouldn't be suffering and pain. So beings would incarnate into third density, but they would already know their divine nature. And so it would take the very, very long process, even longer than it takes now, to go into the fourth density, because there wasn't a choosing, there wasn't a veil. So it made it a lot harder for what I'm about to explain next. So in the third density, there is ultimately a choice to be made. Because there is the ego, because there is fear, because there is pain and suffering, there is a choice between service to self or service to others. This is the choice that is to be made when you are in the third density. Being in a place where there is fear, there is polarity, there is ego, ultimately causes you to have to make this choice between service to self and service to others. The forgetting was developed so that we could be able to make this choice. So when we incarnate into the third density, we forget, and we live in a place where there is suffering, where there is pain. And that comes with the forgetting. And there's the mind. There's the ego, which I'm about to talk about next. Third density is the only place that this exists. And because there is suffering, because there is pain, it is what is there for you to be able to transmute the mind and the ego. And ultimately, we transmute the mind and the ego by going through our healing process. Pain, suffering, and also trauma is something that's here for you. It is not something that you have to be sorry about. It's not something that only some people experience. It is something that every single person experiences in third density, because it's going to help you transmute the mind and the ego. So going through your healing process and ultimately healing your trauma. And you heal your trauma by feeling your stored emotions. And now, the feeling of the stored emotions is so important because in your body, I'm going to try to do my best to make a body here, but in your body you have, the 7 energetic centers. We have these energetic centers that run throughout our body. Now there is more than 7, but there's 7 that are truly talked about. The main 7, we have the root, we have the sacral, the solar plexus, we have the heart chakra, we have the throat chakra, we have the third eye, and we have the crown. And these energetic centers are opened by feeling our stored emotions. And when we open these energetic centers, it helps us to live from our higher self. The higher self is the 6th density version of you. Your higher self is the version of you that has ascended through 3rd, 4th, 5th, and now has gone into 6th density. When you're in the 6th density, that is when you become the higher self. Only in the 3rd density is there the aspect of linear time. So because linear time only exists in 3rd density, that means that every version of you, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th density versions of you are all existing at this time. So the 6th density version of you in our linear time 3rd density is the future version of you. But because linear time only exists in 3rd density, the 6th density version of you already exists. All density versions of you are existing. So in 3rd density, what you're doing is you are healing and going through enlightenment to be able to live from the 6th density version of you. This version of you already exists. It's who you are. And your 6th density version of you, the goal and objective of the 6th density version of you is to guide the 3rd density version of you through this lifetime. Now, in the 3rd density, you also have free will. So, what your job is during this time is to listen to your higher self. So, you want to listen to your intuition. Your intuition is your higher self guiding you. Your higher self is here to guide the 3rd density version of you. So you're going to want to listen to your intuition. The way that you strengthen your intuition is by clearing your energetic centers, by feeling your emotions and overcoming your trauma. You do that through your healing process. And as you start to heal, you listen to your intuition. Your intuition will be something that always speaks to you in a positive manner. It's just like an internal knowing inside of yourself. And you'll say, I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm meant to do this. And when you feel that inside of yourself, like, it just keeps coming. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm meant to do this. It might be really hard. It might be scary. There might be a lot of fear in it. Because your higher self is going to guide you towards your highest potential, your highest timeline. And in order to do that, in the 3rd density, you gotta overcome the suffering, the pain. You gotta heal, overcome your trauma. So it's gonna be things that are uncomfortable. And that's why you'll feel like, I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm meant to do this. And so you follow that. Your job in third density version of you is to take action upon this. And as you do this, you will start to live more and more from your higher self. The ultimate goal of third density is to live from your higher self. And we have beings that reached enlightenment and lived from their higher selves. Those are beings of Yeshua, Jesus, Buddha. These beings lived from their higher self, and that's why they spoke in the manner that they did. They didn't speak in the manner that we all do, where it's like conversation based. Where they spoke from was a place of their higher self. You can just hear it in the way that they spoke, like the kingdom of heaven is within you. That's not something that we would just say in our regular everyday talking. Jesus spoke from his higher self. He reached a place of enlightenment. And that is our ultimate goal here too, is to reach that place of enlightenment where we just live from our higher self. And when you're living from your higher self, you're just guided. You make decisions that you really don't even have to think about it. It's just something that you feel guided towards. And the way that you do this is by truly focusing on your healing, by living a life where you heal and then you listen to your intuition. It's truly allowing yourself to feel your stored emotions, to feel the traumas that have been stored inside of you. Great ways to do this, to heal. I always recommend breath work. Breath work is number one tool because that's going to allow you to form a connection with your body and start to release and let go of what's been stored inside of you. It's what I use to go through my healing process. And then I'll write these here. Breath and somatics. These are the two things that I did to heal my nervous system and to start to live my life. It's a continuous process, but to live my life from the higher self. Somatics, soma, is of the body, and that means feeling your body, feeling your emotions. There's something that I do with my clients called the somatic check-in, where you just sit with your breath, you feel into your body, and then you feel any tension, any tightness in the body, and you start to move the energy. If it's stuck in your throat, you might let something out like a ha, or you shake out energy, or you might need to yell into a pillow, whatever it is to move the energy that's within you. Emotions are energy in motion. So soma, of the body, it is forming a connection with the body to feel your emotions and then create space. That allows your energetic centers to start to open. And as your energetic centers open, then you can live your life from your higher self. The sixth density version of you can lead you into living from it. It's basically the sixth and third density versions of you coming together, and you just live from your higher self. So, heal, feel the pain, feel the suffering, feel your emotions, and then as you do that more and more, follow your intuition. Your intuition will come through your body, come through your vessel, and then you want to live from that place. So this is how you can start to live from your higher self. And it is the process of the third and the sixth densities coming together during this time. The sixth density version of you will guide you through third density so that you can ascend into fourth density and then ultimately go through the process to become the sixth density version of you. And it's an interesting thing for our minds to try to comprehend that our sixth density version of us already exists as we are living in this third density timeline. But eventually you will live as the sixth density version of you, and you will be helping the third density version of you. It's pretty interesting to think about. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is how you can live from your higher self. And if you want to learn more about the healing process and feeling your stored emotions, just click the link, the first link down in the description. That is my program called Ascension University, where I teach you how to do all of this. I'll see you in the next video. Much love. Peace.